The issue of banknotes of the Hong Kong dollar is governed in the Special Administrative Region of Hong Kong by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the Governmental Currency Board of Hong Kong. Under license from the HKMA, 3 commercial banks issue their own banknotes for general circulation in the region. Notes are also issued by the HKMA itself. In most countries of the world, the issue of banknotes is handled exclusively by a single central bank or government. The arrangements in Hong Kong are unusual but not unique, as a comparable system is used in the United Kingdom where 8 banks issue banknotes and Macau where 2 banks issue banknotes. Hong Kong banknotes in everyday circulation are $10, $20, $50, $100, $500 and $1,000. The total value of banknotes in circulation in Hong Kong can be found in the HKMA Monthly Statistical Bulletin and the HKMA Annual Report. History Origins till 1900 In the 1860s the Oriental Bank Corporation, the Chartered Bank of India, Australia and China and the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation began issuing notes. Denominations issued in the 1860s and 1870s included $1, $5, $10, $25, $50, $100 and $500. These notes were not accepted by the Treasury for payment of government dues and taxes, although they were accepted for use by merchants. $25 notes did not survive beyond the end of the 19th century, whilst the $1 notes were issued until 1935. 20th century Under the Currency Ordinance of 1935, banknotes in denominations of $5 and above issued by the 3 authorized local banks were all declared legal tender. The government took over production of $1 notes. In 1941, the government introduced notes for 1, 5 and 10 cents due to the difficulty of transporting coins to Hong Kong caused by the Second World War. Just before the Japanese occupation, an emergency issue of $1 notes was made consisting of overprinted Bank of China 5 yuan notes. In 1945, paper money production resumed essentially unaltered from before the war, with the government issuing notes of 1, 5 and 10 cents and $1, and the 3 banks issuing notes of $5, $10, $50, $100 and $500. $1 notes were replaced by coins in 1960. With only the 1-cent note issued by the government after 1965. In 1975, the $5 notes were replaced by a coin, whilst $1,000 notes were introduced in 1977. The Mercantile Bank was absorbed by HSBC in 1978 and ceased issuing notes. In 1985, $20 notes were introduced, whilst, in 1993, a $10 coin was introduced and the banks stopped issuing $10 notes. In 1994, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority gave authority to the Bank of China to issue notes. The 1-cent note issued by the government was demonetized and ceased to be legal tender on October 1, 1995. 21st century Between 1994 to 2002 an attempt was made to replace privately issued $10 notes with coins issued by the government. In response to public demand for the continuation of a $10 note, the HKMA issued its own $10 notes. $10 banknotes are currently the only denomination issued by the HKMA, having acquired the note printing plant at Tai Po from the De La Rue Group of the UK on behalf of the government. Leading to the incorporation of Standard Chartered on July 1, 2004, the Legislative Council of Hong Kong amended Legal Tender Notes Issue Ordinance. The amendment replaced Standard Chartered Bank with its newly incorporated subsidiary, Standard Chartered Bank Limited, as one of the note-issuing banks in Hong Kong. The older $10 banknotes previously issued by 2 commercial banks are still circulating and remain legal tender, although they are being phased out since September 2005. These are popular for leasing and are noticeably scarce in the run-up to Chinese New Year. A commemorative Polymer $10 note was issued in July 2007 to commemorate the 10th anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China. The new note will circulate along with other $10 issues for a trial period of 2 years, though the initial batch released was largely snapped up by collectors. Note issuing banks. The government, through the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, authorizes 3 commercial banks to issue currency notes in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation Limited, the Standard Chartered Bank Limited, and the Bank of China Limited. Authorization is accompanied by a set of terms and conditions agreed on between the government and the 3 note-issuing banks. Banknotes are issued by the 3 banks, or redeemed, against payment to, or from, the government exchange fund in US dollars, at a specified rate of $1 to 7 Hong Kong dollars and 80 cents under the linked exchange rate system. Banknotes issued by the 3 commercial banks are printed in Hong Kong by Hong Kong Note Printing Limited. Note printing. In April 1996, the HKMA acquired the note printing plant at Tai Po from the De La Rue Group of the United Kingdom on behalf of the government. The plant has been operating under the name of HKNPL since then. The acquisition of the plant enables the government, through the HKMA, to be directly involved in the production of Hong Kong currency notes, which is in line with the responsibilities conferred upon the government under the Legal Tender Notes Issue Ordinance and the Basic Law. In March 1997, the government sold 15% of its shareholding in HKNPL to the China Bank Note Printing and Minting Corporation, a People's Republic of China state-owned enterprise. In October 1997, the government sold 10% of HKNPL issued shares to each of the 3 note-issuing banks. The government continues to exercise management control and maintains a majority stake in HKNPL, with the chief executive of the HKMA as the chairman of the company. Recently the bank has acquired Polymer banknote technology to print the $10 banknote for a trial period of 2 years. Banknotes currently in circulation, the HKMA issues the $10 note and the other 3 banks issue denominations of $20, $50, $100, $500 and $1,000. In September 2009, Standard Chartered Bank issued the world's first $150 denomination banknote. Approximately 750,000 notes were sold at above face value, in various combinations and presentations, as a commemorative charity issue. Although legal tender, the notes are unlikely to enter circulation, due to their rarity and expected higher resale value. From the 13 euro February 20, 2012, Hong Kong's Bank of China will be taking orders for a new $100 note to commemorate the bank's 100th anniversary. Although legal tender, the notes aren't intended for circulation. 1,100,000 notes will be sold as numismatic products packaged in a folder for 150 Hong Kong dollars. An additional 100,000 sets of 3 uncut notes in a folder for 600 Hong Kong dollars. Finally, 20,000 uncut sheets of 30 notes each will be sold for 6,000 Hong Kong dollars each. Profits from the sale of the notes will be donated to charitable organizations in Hong Kong. In 2015, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation plans to issue a $150 commemorative banknote to celebrate its 150th anniversary. It comes in a single note presented in a folder, a 3-inch-1 uncut sheet presented in a folder and a 35-inch-1 uncut sheet. 2003 series equals 2010 new series equals. Historical denominations and issuers. Previous issuers of banknotes were Mercantile Bank of India, London and China 1853 Euro 1984, the National Bank of China 1891 Euro 1911, Oriental Bank Corporation 1845 Euro 1884, the AGRA and Masterman's Bank Limited 1862 Euro 1866, the Asiatic Banking Corporation 1862 Euro 1866, and the Bank of Hindustan, China and Japan 1862 Euro 1966. All issued some or all of the denominations above. Those no longer issued include the 1, 5 and 10-cent notes along with the 1, 5 and $25 notes. Security features. The following security features are incorporated into genuine Hong Kong banknotes. Paper. The banknote paper is made of 100% cotton fiber, which does not fluoresce under ultraviolet light. Polymer. The $10 banknotes are made of polymer, and have a transparent panel. Watermarks. The watermarks are incorporated during the paper manufacturing process. They can be viewed equally well from either side of the note. The images are multi-toned and sharp, and do not show up when placed under ultraviolet light. Security thread. A straight metal thread is embedded in the note. It can be viewed equally clearly from either side of the note. See-through features. When the note is held up to the light, the specially designed color patterns printed on the front and back will be seen to be exactly aligned with each other. Intaglio printing. The main images of the notes are printed by an intaglio printing process which deposits a large quantity of ink on the paper, thus giving the note an embossed feel. The fine lines of these images are clear and sharp. In pursuance to Section 103 of the Crimes Ordinance, anyone who wants to reproduce the whole or any part of any Hong Kong currency note for any purpose in any form must apply in writing to the monetary authority for approval. No reproduced images should be submitted with the application because such an action would already amount to a breach of Section 103 of the Crimes Ordinance. It is a criminal offence under the Crimes Ordinance to manufacture or knowingly pass, tender or possess a counterfeit banknote. The offence carries a maximum penalty of 14 years imprisonment. Adopted from the official website of Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Permission granted. References. External links.